Good morning. We got a lot to do today. We got a full trailer of lettuce. We got about 20,000 liters of lettuce that we're going to go take into the farmer's market. We did purchase ourselves a seeder as well, so that way we can get our field planted with some wheat. Also, the goal is we're going to maybe try to get some sort of baler because we have the mower slash windrower up there, so we can try to maybe mow some of our grass that we have and maybe try to bale it and get ourselves some bales to set us up to hopefully try to get some sort of animals in the near future here. But we're going to get up to the farmer's market. We're going to get this stuff sold and see what kind of profit we can make off of these pallets of lettuce. So there are still like four, I believe, or more. Four more, I think. There's a few more pallets of lettuce. We just couldn't fit them on the trailer. We could have fit them in the back of the truck, but I want to see what we get per trailer load. And then we kind of make a couple more purchases in the store as well. So I kind of screwed that up. I unhooked the trailer, but that looked like it brought us about $56,000. Holy cows. That's a pretty good chunk of money right there. So that we have some ability now. We can look at some of the other equipment. Like I said earlier, I'd like to try to maybe find a baler or something like that, so that way we can kind of pick that stuff up and potentially start making maybe some silage bales, some grass bales, things like that. So we're gonna go take a look at that there and see what kind of deals we have here to offer. Now, I don't think there's any balers in here. That's a baler, but we're not purchasing that for $104,000. No thanks. There are a few other things in here. I have kind of been spying this tractor here just because I could put a front loader on it, and that will help us kind of maneuver some of the bales down the road. I just don't know if that's the one I want. So we'll have to keep looking here. Now, there was a combine. It was there we go, Massey Ferguson right there for $40,000, but we need a head. But I think we can kind of wait because the wheat's going to take a little bit to get growing, and we don't have to harvest that until later. So I'm going to swing down and go pick up the last 4 pallets or so that are down there for lettuce, get those things sold off, so that way there's plenty enough room down there. And then while we're at it, we'll have to get that tractor up there to pick up the seeder so he can start planting the wheat. Oh, we're going to get stuck down here. So let's go hop down, grab the last couple pallets there at the greenhouse, and then we'll have to get in the tractor and go up and grab the planter as well. Now, we did purchase ourselves a bag of seed and a bag of fertilizer from the used market, actually, and believe it or not, they had some hours on them, which was kind of weird. I don't know how seed and all that kind of stuff gets hours on them, but it does look like we have about 5 of them here, so let's get those things loaded up. And yeah, let's get them popped on the trailer, and then we can get this thing off. All right, so we got ourselves about another $14,000 worth of lettuce right there. So that has put us up to $87,000. I'm hoping that's enough to maybe actually purchase a baler, because we kind of already have everything in place to be able to start mowing the grass. We just need to get a baler, so that way we can start baling stuff. And potentially make some silage out of some things here and there. Like I said, so that way we can potentially get ourselves some sort of animal pen or something like that down the road. So let's bring this tractor down, or bring this truck back down there, and then we'll have to bring the tractor up and hook up to the seeder, and let's get that field seeded. And then hopefully by that time there's maybe a few more pallets of lettuce that we could bring back up to the store and continue to make some money here, and hopefully we can start building something or doing something with that money. All right, so we just picked up ourselves the international little seeder right here. We did do a couple things to it, but we only purchased it for like $3,600. We did put on the grass box, is what it was called. Basically put grass seed in there, fertilizer stuff, discs in the back to be able to put fertilizer in with it as well at the same time as we're seeding. So yeah, kind of a nice little thing there. So let's hop into the tractor and let's start planting. All right, let's get in here, make our first rounds here. We're going to fire this bad boy up. All right, let's get our down marker here out, so that way we can start getting going here and be able to get ourselves a halfway decent path as we come around the field here. So, yeah. All right, planting our first field of wheat. Ah, this will be good. This will be good. Good.
Just gonna do me worse. So if they all no good, I'll just be bad with you. Cause my mother told me as a child, boy, don't play around with fire, cause you might just end up getting burned. And I know the wicked never rest, so I always try my best. But there's some lessons hard for me to learn. Like good boys don't play with bad girls. Good boys stay away from them bad girls.
All right, we're coming up to the last pass, and we got this field planted. There are a couple spots that I kind of did miss that kind of got off with the planter just a little bit, but we'll go back and get those things touched right up. But yeah, we are pretty much done. Whoa. All right, we are pretty much done with planting of this field. We're going to head back over to the greenhouses, and I think there was a couple of pallets that came about during this time that we can go sell, and I really would like to go grab the mower and maybe start mowing some of this grass area that we own here, and then hopefully we can get ourselves a baler. Even if we got to lease the baler, we can kind of go from there, but let's see what we can get. I'm thinking we want to do round bales. That way it's going to be a little bit easier to wrap them and potentially start making them into silage bales with the grass. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to touch this stuff up, and then we're going to go grab the mower and start mowing some of our grass. All right, we got ourselves the International 1590. It is a mower, and then we'll put it in a windrow itself. So this is kind of a 2-for-1 deal. Cut the grass and you can windrow it at the same time. So that's a plus. We don't have to purchase ourselves a windrower. I want to go down and I want to kind of go around and potentially see kind of where the area is that we own. So that way we can kind of have an idea what and where we have some stuff. So I'm going to start off basically by the field. We're going to mow what we can mow there. And then we can, we'll have to maybe try to grab a baler of some sort and go from there. All right, we're going to start off over here by we're gonna start off over here by the field, and we're gonna kind of just give ourselves, and we're just gonna go for it. Gonna get close here. That looks pretty dang good, if you ask me. I don't know what kind of yield potential we're gonna get off this thing, but we're just gonna mow right up next along this thing, make that field edge look really nice. We'll get this thing mowed. We'll kind of just make a little turn here. I kind of already know that that we have all of that stuff up over there for a little ways, but I'm more curious on what we have down here, kind of along the trees. So I'd like to kind of see where we're at sitting with that stuff. I think we'll just stay on this side of all of these trees. I'm not too worried about going in between down that direction, but we'll just kind of head towards this little cluster of trees. And we'll just see kind of where it stops us and says we don't have access to this land. So, all right, it appears that we do not have access to that land because it stopped windrowing it. Is fine. So we'll just kind of sneak around this way. It did cut it, but oh my Lanta, I guess we cannot turn that sharp. So yeah, we'll kind of back this thing up here a little bit and kind of go from there. So it's going to be kind of a little trial and error right here and see where we get it. All right, so it looks like the edge of that is kind of unless there's just some glitching going on with maybe the map itself, but kind of appears we can kind of make our way. Okay, well, apparently we do have access at that point, so let's just kind of turn here. Yeah, okay. I think we need to go straight up this way. Just like this. That actually doesn't seem too terribly bad for what we got. Now, I do think we do have this whole cluster of trees as well. Pull up that map. Yeah, we have this whole cluster of trees as well. But I'm not ready to start cutting down that tree stuff down there anyway, so let's just kind of continue cutting along the trees here and get this little area at least cut up. Okay, we're coming up to the last few passes on this little makeshift field as we're mowing some grass. Now, if you guys did enjoy this content, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. That way you guys can get some more farm sim content coming to your guys' way. There's a lot more exciting things coming to the channel here in the very near future, so make sure you turn on the notification bell. That way you guys don't miss an episode or anything new that's coming out. So we're going to get this field finished up, and then I need to go sell those pallets of lettuce, get them going off the grid there, and there's a couple other things that I would like to try to do before the end of the day here. I would like to possibly look at potentially a baler that we can either lease or we could possibly purchase the baler itself and try to get some of this grass picked up. All right, we're gonna go park this thing over by the greenhouses over here. It looks like there's a couple more pallets that we could get loaded up onto that truck and get sold at, so that way we can have a little bit extra cash on us, and hopefully we could look at I think I did spy in the used market there. It looked like there was a used bale wrapper, so we're gonna have to come go grab our truck. We also need to check the water. Whoa, we also need to check the water in the greenhouses as well. So let's hop into the truck. That should be all ready to rock and roll, but I think we need to get some water in there because it's been a couple episodes since we have gotten a couple loads of water into those things, so that'll be something that we need to do. But let's get these all loaded up and off to the market, get those things sold, and we will check the used market and possibly buy ourselves that wrapper and a baler, or lease a baler until we can afford a different baler or something like that. We'll have to take a look and see how we want to play this. Get these last two picked up here, and let's head this stuff off up to the market. Now, I don't know how many bales we're gonna get off of that, and I think we're gonna have to do a lot more clearing of some trees to kind of help set out this farm the way we want to. But I think I'm gonna have to do that off recording, because first episode we did quite a bit of recording of chopping some trees down, so I'll kind of save you guys the sanity of that actually happening. So let's go get this stuff dropped off at the market, see what kind of money we make. All right, we got ourselves an extra $17,000, which puts us up at $104,000. Wow, who would have thought lettuce can bring that much money? That's pretty crazy. Let's go hop into the used market, take a look. I am going to purchase some stuff. All right, coming up to the store, we're going to drag back, I believe, we're just going to drag back the wrapper itself. We'll have to come back up here with the tractor and grab ourselves the baler itself here. Get ourselves our view here. Oh, you know what? We might not be able to bring this up. Nope, we'll have to bring the baler, because that is a 3-point hitch, and we cannot pick that up with the truck. But we should be able to pull the baler back. Let's go grab the baler, get that thing going, and start baling some grass. All right, we got that picked up. I need to open up my menu to make sure that we get the bale size big enough. I think it is. All right, so we want Z and we want bale size. So we want that 150 is what we want that. So let's close that. Get this thing fired up, and we're just going to start picking up some grass. There we go. First bales of the season. Oh, first bales on the off-grid challenge series. That's kind of nice. We don't have any animals, but hey, eventually we'll get there. Eventually we'll have something. Probably, I think we'll probably do cows. Cows tend to be the kind of the easiest to do out of the whole animals. You guys let me know, what is your guys' favorite animal to do in Farm Sim itself? Mine? I don't know. Cows are easy. They're not super easy, but they give you something to do. Chickens, we'll potentially maybe get some chickens on the farm, just because the chickens, the eggs are big producers of money themselves as well. So eventually we will get ourselves some chickens. All right, load number 1 coming out. There we go. First grass bale. Oh, don't roll down the hill. And away we go. Let's get this stuff all picked up.
Well, I'm poor, I'm broke, I'm living free. I ain't got a nickel or dime. I'm just living life in Tennessee, and I'm trying to catch a steamboat on time. Steamboat on time, and I'm just a lonesome hobo, and there's nothing in the world for me, so I bet just living life in Tennessee, and I'm trying to catch a steamboat on time. Just living life in Tennessee, and I'm trying to catch a steamboat on time. Well, I'm poor, I'm broke, I'm living free, I ain't got a nickel or dime. I'm just living life in Tennessee, and I'm trying to catch a steamboat on time.
All right, we're coming up to the very last few passes here on this field. If you guys enjoyed the content, don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the channel, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and I guess we will catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one.